In 1961, the 23-year-old son of one of the richest men in America vanished off the coast of New Guinea. The official story said he drowned, but for decades, people have whispered something much darker, that Michael Rockefeller was killed and eaten. Who was Michael Rockefeller? Michael Rockefeller wasn't a bored rich kid. He was the son of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller, heir to a vast fortune. But he wanted something very different from a family boardroom. He studied anthropology, and in 1961, he traveled to Dutch New Guinea to collect art and artifacts from the Asmat people, a group once famous for ritual headhunting and cannibalism. To Michael, this was adventure and discovery. To his family, it was already dangerously close to the edge of the world. The last journey. On November 19, 1961, Michael was traveling with Dutch anthropologist Rene Wassing in a small, motorized boat. The sea turned rough. The overloaded craft hit heavy waves, and the engine stalled. The boat capsized, tossing both men into the sea. They clung to the overturned hull for hours.
Hold on.
Drifting,
just a bit longer.
Watching the coastline in the distance. According to Wassing, Michael made a decision that still haunts the story. The shore was about 3 miles away. He tied a gasoline jerry can to himself for flotation.
Hold on.
Took a small knife and
Just
said,
hold on.
"I think I can make it." In that moment, their fates split. Wassing stayed with the boat and survived. Michael swam into the open sea and was never seen again. The Dutch and Australian authorities launched a massive search. Helicopters scanned the coastline. Boats traced the currents. Villages were questioned and missionaries interviewed, but they found no body. No clothes washed ashore. No knife. No trace that Michael had ever reached land. After years of uncertainty, in 1964, the Dutch government declared him legally dead. Cause of death, accidental drowning. The Asmat rumors. But in the villages of the Asmat, another story began to circulate. Missionaries and colonial officials started hearing rumors. Stories of a white man who had reached shore and been killed in an act of ritual revenge. But in the villages of the Asmat, another story began to circulate. Missionaries and colonial officials started hearing rumors. Stories of a white man who had reached shore and been killed in an act of ritual revenge. To the Asmat, headhunting and cannibalism had once been a sacred duty, a way to balance the spirit world and avenge past killings. These were not random acts of violence. They were part of an old, deeply structured belief system. Some reports claim that a group of Asmat warriors had killed a stranded white man around this time and consumed his body in a ritual ceremony. No bones were ever produced. No physical proof was found, but the rumors never completely went away. The theories. More than 60 years later, 3 main theories remain. Theory 1, the simplest. Michael Rockefeller drowned. 3 miles in open water, strong currents, exhaustion, and no life jacket. For most investigators, this is still the most likely answer. Theory 2, ritual killing by the Asmat. If a strange outsider appeared on their shore, some believe he might have been seen as the perfect target for revenge, a way to restore spiritual balance after years of colonial violence. Theory 3, a cover-up. Some suggest that authorities or even the Rockefeller family suppressed evidence to avoid a diplomatic crisis. But so far, no solid documents or witnesses have ever proved this. In the end, we're left with a young man, a powerful name, and an empty space where his story should have ended. For a man this well-connected to simply vanish, one question still haunts historians. Did Michael Rockefeller disappear beneath those dark waters? Or did he become a victim of a much older law than any written by modern states? If real disappearances fascinate you, I've covered another chilling case of people who vanish without a trace. Tap the video on your screen now and continue the story.